rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce and Teddy reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
Ain't nothing good right now. I'm depressed.
Don't be that way, my boy. You got a lot to rejoice in.
You say a lot to live for.
Yep.
I ain't finna walk off the bridge.
You gotta make
we
sure.
gonna
You
get.
never
We gonna
know
get.
these days.
We gotta get back coming in March, I believe. I believe.
When it happened, that's where we're gonna be at. I
Mm-hmm.
know if we play y'all before that in San Fran, if we win that one again, and we go to that
We
March
do.
game, I said if we have another one before the
Oh,
one that's in Dallas, if it's in San Fran, we win that again, then you got to go to the one in Dallas with a Warriors jersey.
we're making a bet now. All right.
But the reason is that way is because we up 2-0 on you. So if we break even, then it's just even. It ain't nothing to it. But you done let us one time, then we 2 times. You go ahead, tip your hat, go to the Mavs game with the Warriors jersey on. So for your sake, we're not gonna let that happen. But y'all know what time it is. It's that top of the season where we get to talk about the what we gonna talk about? Nah, I'm fucking with you. We're gonna talk about that there NBA Cup. The NBA Cup last year's the inaugural in-season tournament. This year's the NBA Cup. They know it as the Emirates Tournament. They got a bunch of names to this thing, but that's what we're gonna get into the NBA Cup. So how do you
Man,
feel about this here NBA Cup?
so confused. It's just so just. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. I read up on it to see how they did the little drawings and the little how they put it together. And over on the West, it's pretty compacted. Like the group plays on the West is pretty
Oh
daggone
yeah.
competitive. I'm like, man, the NBA on the West side is just, whew, it's a lot going on in there. So, but it's nice, cool little something to play for. Um, real congested, real long. This thing go all the way into December. Jeez,
Mm-hmm.
mid December. Like, so it's at least it gives us a chance. It gives us the teams that lost in the first round yesterday because it started yesterday, November 12th. It give us a chance to get back and still be in it and still win overall. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that rule play because you got 2 wild cards that be able to get in there and have a fighting chance to win the championship. So it ain't over for us, Mavericks. I'm talking to y'all. It's not over.
So I like it. You know, it gives you that late season, postseason vibe. Those games are very meaningful. These young players who may not see big contracts in their career, it gives them the opportunity for a big payout because that's the incentive for the players. They get that moolah, and they get a simulated feeling of what it's like to compete and win at a higher level. Like you got the best of the best out there really getting to it. You seen LeBron James and the Lakers. Like LeBron James is arguably the best player to ever play basketball. I'm giving it to Jordan, but LeBron ain't too far behind him. Being number 2 to Jordan is not a bad thing. So some argue number 1, and it is what it is. But out there doing his thing, at close to 40, out there doing his thing. So getting that experience is a good thing. Now, what I tell you, Tyrese Halliburton, to tell you, it ain't the same. It ain't the same because we seen Tyrese in the postseason last year, but I believe it revved him up because the Pacers looked good in the playoffs. The Pacers were doing things we didn't think they would do. They went all the way up to the conference finals and went against the Celtics. So Pacers conference finals following what they did, they went to the championship for the in-season tournament last year. I think it paid dividends. So but I say it's another beast when you get to go against somebody 7 games at most. It's a whole nother animal. It's not the March Madness style. So that'll be the big difference. So I really enjoy it. Intense basketball. Y'all seen we did last year. We went in and damn near every time it was the tournament play, we were recording. So we may end up doing the same thing this year. You never know. We gotta see how it play out. But
It makes it makes for a more competitive NBA season. Like even with the low management rules they got in and stuff, making these superstars and higher player caliber, making everybody play, giving them incentives to play. You gotta play this many games in order to get these recognized for these awards and stuff.
yeah.
We the fans finally, I ain't gonna say finally, but we the fans getting our money's worth these last couple of years when it comes to the NBA. Y'all gonna play. And I get it. The NBA is a long season, especially if you make it,
82.
especially if you make it to the playoffs and deep into the playoffs. You start what, October, September preseason, and if you make it, you going from May and then the finals into June.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole calendar year dang near. That's a long season. So we get some competitive basketball. You don't have to wait till, like you say, the playoffs to get that playoff feel type basketball. You get some high intensity, some high volume games. Unfortunately, though, the injuries kind of mess things up for these teams and stuff like that. But with the incentives of hard play games, I like it for that reason, especially on the West side.
Injuries give opportunity for players like Scottie Pippen Jr. Big ups to that boy at that triple double, making his dad proud. So you alluded to the West having just the competition, how it's just jammed all in each of these groups. But you ain't really talk about the East. Now what we're gonna do is talk about what do you think? Which of the groups in the East and in the West you think are the most competitive?
Oh, definitely Group C, us. You got the Nuggets, you got the Warriors, you got the Mavericks, all in the same group. Ah, ah.
Nuggets, Warriors, Mavericks. I mean, you say the three, but you could say Lakers, OKC, Suns. You can say Timberwolves, Clippers, Kings. So you got to go beyond three.
But them three teams right there,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because the groups are based off of last year's NBA record and performance. So, and then just even now in this season, the Warriors are like the hottest team outside of the Cavaliers. The Warriors is the hottest, most dangerous team. You gotta respect, the Mavericks because of the Kyries and the Lucas, and then the Nuggets. You got Jokic putting up astronomical numbers, 4 triple doubles in a row. Not to get too much into it, but you got heavy hitters in that group. What I'm saying? Unfortunately, I didn't say, like the Suns and them because, KD went down. So we don't know. Chet went down. That's what I was talking about with injuries and stuff like that. And these guys are going to be out for an extended period of time. They're not, 2 or 3 games, So it kind of changed. Those type of players change the trajectory of the teams in itself because they are big impact players on their team, So, but our 3 teams roughly are healthy teams, roughly. So, tough ones, I'd say.
So I say, I mean, each of the groups in the West got 3 heavy hitters. Like Timberwolves, Clippers, Kings, um, OKC, Suns, Lakers, Mavs, Warriors, Nuggets. Now, while I would lean a little bit more towards West Group C is because typically Ja Morant, the Grizzlies. Now Ja Morant will be back hopefully within the next week or two. So hopefully he gets to play at least 2 of the, in the opening round, gets to play at least 2 of the games. Cause I think they play a total 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they play 4. And then let me see. The Pelicans, Zion, BI, DeJounte Murray. If all of those players were there, that's easy pickings. But with how ravished they are by injuries, they are out of the picture. Then the Grizzlies. I mean, it just seemed like if Zion ain't playing, they don't really want anybody playing. So I think the West, because of those injuries, it is pretty balanced. It's pretty balanced in the West. It's just with that Group C, the Pelicans and the Grizzlies, I feel like will give you more than like the Jazz and the Spurs or the Trailblazers. I feel like they'll give you more. Ironically, the Rockets have done things, punched certain people in the mouth. Even gave us a run for our money. When we were up big on them, they came back. The Timberwolves have been able to make certain things count. The Spurs, Wemby went off for 50 tonight. So it's like Wemby hit or miss. So I don't know. So I'm gonna say it's pretty evenly balanced, but if I gotta pick one, Group C. In the East, what do you say for the East?
In the East, I mean, going into it, we obviously know it's going to be Group C again because of the Celtics and the Cavaliers and how good they're playing, and then the Hawks who are just out of nowhere, just coming smacking people in the mouth left and right. So I would say Group C, but Group B, lackluster performance from the Bucks this year. Lackluster performance from the Heat this year so far. The Pistons are still rebuilding. And then Group A, you got injury-prone 76ers. They don't know what they're doing right now. And then you got the Knicks that are trying to find themselves and put themselves together with their new team. So I think it's C just because of the heavy hitters with the Cavs and the Celtics. Me personally.
I think at the beginning of the season, I would have chose B. I would have chose B. The Raptors, Scotty Barnes, but you see he's out, and then they had everybody out for the Raptors. Jimmy Butler and the Heat, the Pacers, how they were last year. Then nobody anticipated this for the Bucks. I would have won would be, but I gotta agree with you with EC, just because the Cavs and the Celtics, the top two teams in the East, are right there. And somehow, I mean, you seen the Hawks took down the Celtics yesterday with no Trae Young, no Herder. I mean, not Herder, but Hunter. And they missing many other pieces. You got a triple double from Lil Jay Johnson. He out there doing his thing, giving them a triple double. So I will go with Group C. I agree with you on that Group C. Too many injuries, lackluster play in B, too many injuries in A. The Bancheros, the PGs, because he ain't 100. The MBs, he ain't 100. Now you got Maxi, and then the Nets. I ain't think much of the Nets, but yeah. So let's see.
Ben 10, 10, 10.
Ben 10. So who do you think gonna emerge from the East? Gonna emerge from the East. So you can play a puss and give me your top two, or you could be G and give me your top one from the East and the West.
I think when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I think the Celtics will pull it out, even though the Cavaliers is on a run right now. I think the Celtics in the long run will pull it out, even though they just got smacked and lost the first round. I think they'll bounce back and pull it off.
Okay.
Will Porzingis be back? But I don't know when he'll be back. I'm playing without him, so who knows?
I'll never put my money on Porzingis because soon as he get back, he gone again. They keeping him healthy for the playoffs.
So I still give it to I'd say the Celtics.
Celtics, I don't know. The Celtics do an amazing job folding. They do an amazing job folding when it matters. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna ride with the Cavs. So they got Porzingis coming back around December 1st.
Ain't mad at it.
I'm gonna ride with the Cavs. I'm gonna give them their respects because how they balling right now. They've shown they got the number one offense in the league, and I think they got the number 4 defense in the league, some shit like that. So I'm gonna go with them because they are performing. And we see the Celtics. All it takes is one game. In a 7-game series, I'm taking the Celtics. One game, I think I'm safe going with the Cavs. Everything stay how it is as far as injuries and stuff like that. Availability, put it that way. I'm gonna ride with the Cavs. What
I
about in the
want to see
West?
them
What you
do
got in the
well.
West?
Coming out the West,
I know what you want.
I say it's between, as of right now, it's between the Warriors and the Nuggets. I say. The Thunder, they still play nice without Chet, but with that injury, they got 2 losses already. They went from
No Chet, no
undefeated.
Hardenstein. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
big.
they undefeated to 2 losses in a week. So that and then KD being gone for, I think he out for at least a month or two. KD out, and we know Booker is that guy, but they need more. So between the Warriors and the Nuggets, if I had to choose, I'm gonna go with the Nuggets over the Warriors, but you already know that. But I say between the Warriors and the Nuggets, one in it. I just
So who
say
you picking?
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Final answer.
I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. You know what it is. You see how we playing. I'm gonna get them their flowers. I
Like
ain't
you
going.
said, just one game. That's all it is. And it's
Hey,
just one game. So
but you see where we at? We 9-2. So we taking these one games very seriously.
yeah.
And with
And
how the Nuggets started,
that's how
very
they finishing.
rocky. So they've been
But
doing good as of late, but
that
yeah, I'm
boy
taking
on
my
the road
Warriors.
now. I don't know. Somebody peed his Cheerios or something.
Somebody peed in the Cheerio.
Somebody peed at Yoke
They
Cheerios or
told him it was
something.
Honey Nut Cheerios. He
He
good.
he he literally putting it on his back. And we all know that can only last so long.
But that's
But
because people were saying he was past. They was like not just past his prime. They were saying we were witnessing the decline of Jokic. That's the
yeah, but
disrespectful thing.
I think even now it's like he's just taking something personal now. Like they 7-3 now. I feel like in the last week or two, just in the last week, we might as well say, because he on 4 triple doubles. His last 4 triple doubles, he averaging like almost 30, 14, and 12, something like that. That's crazy, Mountain.
Mm,
In the last 4 games in a row. Like that's crazy. We
what's
know when Russ
crazy?
averaged a triple double, it was something 10 and 10. This man on a whole nother level. Now we know he's not
But
gonna
you got to
sustain that for the
understand
whole
him getting
season.
10 and 10. He's getting 10 rebounds as a guard. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
So
But
Jokic getting 10 rebounds as a 7-foot center. It's like, well,
no. I'm saying like his numbers is even
yeah.
way higher than that, which is crazy. Just even in general, like for anybody to put up 15 rebounds or for anybody to put up 12 assists, regardless of
Yeah.
the position you play, is a good game. And then still getting you 30 points,
But
29.7 points.
what
That's
I
30
say is
points.
crazy
It's crazy.
is Wemby giving you 50 and Giannis turning around and giving you 59. But it took his 59 points to beat the Pistons. And I told y'all after all them acquisitions, I said, keep your eyes on the Pistons. I don't think they're going to be in contention, but
You
they're
talking
going to be
about
balling.
yesterday?
No, tonight, Giannis put up 59.
They in overtime, right?
They won. They won it in
Oh,
overtime.
they won it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 59 in overtime.
So, Embiid graced the floor with his presence yesterday. How you feel about his game? Disappointment or as
Yes.
expected?
I mean, I want. It was I was expecting a dub. I was expecting a win. And that's what I was. I wasn't expect. I mean, they didn't want to hurt him. He set out like the last 6 minutes from what I was watching, like 5 minutes or something. They just took him completely out. I mean, they wasn't in contention of winning the game pretty much. Paul George tried to fight back, but I was watching it. Cat was having a field day a little bit towards the end of the game and stuff. I didn't expect for him to be, I'm not gonna say shut down, but I wasn't expecting for him. I expected him to cook Cat. I was expecting that, but at the same time, he's just getting back. I don't know what to expect from Embiid no more. I don't even know if he knows what to expect from himself.
Look,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna just tell you, this ain't the Embiid that's trust the process. Trust the process when it sought out other bigs to embarrass them. The DeAndre Aidens, the Andre Drummonds, the Porzingizes, and anybody, the cats. He went after them to embarrass them. That's what he was. Now I'm not gonna be a tough critic and say all this stuff. We knew he just came back. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. And on the other end, Cat 21 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Cat's not really that much of a rebounder, and B's not really that much of a rebounder. I think he could have gave more of a resounding effort, and he didn't. So he leaves a lot to be desired. I'll put it that much after his first game back. Got him 2 for 11 from the field.
That boy, that boy. I mean, in 26 minutes, 13 points.
What's 13 minus 8? 5. Yeah. Yeah, 8 free throws.
I mean, what was he? Scoring champion 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Second place last year behind Luca or something like that. Like, I expect points. If you're gonna do anything, put some points on there. He's like I say, he's never a huge rebounder. He's not a huge passer. He's not a Jokic, but he can put the ball in the hoop. That's one thing he can do. From the clips that I've seen him playing, when I tuned into the game, he didn't seem real aggressive. But
Yeah.
that could be because of the injury, taking it lightly. That could be the frustration because the Knicks got some little pesty people that play defense that's just in your face and just move. You playing like with the younger guys and you're like, man, move. I'm just trying to shoot.
Yeah.
When they all in your face.
You talking about playing against you? I'm trying to shoot up. Not shoot up. I'm trying to warm up, and you sitting here just like, bro, I'm trying to warm up. Chill, bro. Chill.
That's how he was looking yesterday. Like the Knicks was taking it serious. And I ain't get that vibe from the 76ers, not in the second half. Didn't feel like they was taking it serious. And PG tried to turn it up a little too late, buddy. A little too late. So don't be fooled by them 29 points. Because like 7 of them came in the last 2 minutes.
So what you make of this Celtics losing to the Hawks yesterday, 117 and 116? Let's
First
talk
and
about it.
foremost, it's the NBA. So on any given night, everybody is a baller. I'm an advocate for that. Any given night, the Hawks stepped up.
Big
That's what
time.
they did. The Hawks stepped up. And when you the Celtics this year, the defending champions, it's kind of like the Warriors. It's like everybody gonna give you your A game. Everybody's gonna want to beat you. Everybody's gonna use you as a gauge to see where they at. Everybody's gonna use you to make decisions on who's getting this much clock, who's doing that. Y'all are the test. So we got to go out here and we got to show it. Everybody's gonna give y'all playoff level games every time you play. So that's a lot to take on for any team, you know. So to keep that up for an 82 game stretch, it's tough and you're gonna fold sometimes. The Hawks did what they supposed to do. You're gonna have some off nights at the end of the day. Like you're gonna take some good shots, they're just not gonna fall sometimes. And we know how that be sometimes. Especially when you need it to fall.
You had game 1 a week ago, and the Celtics won by 40, by 30. They won by 30. Then you turn around and lose by 1 in this game, and you got all your hitters, and they don't have much of anybody. However, the Celtics didn't make a valiant effort on the boards. They lost the boards by 10, and them 10 extra shots did them justice because the Celtics had the advantage on the free throws. They shot twice as many free throws as the Hawks. They made 3 times as many free throws as the Hawks, and then they had a 24-point advantage on the 3-point from the 3-point line. Um, so they had it all in their favor, but their inability to take care of the ball, 20 turnovers, that's bad. Inability to protect the rim, they had 5 blocks. Those two only had 2, but
Man, the Hawks straight had putbacks like it was no
yeah,
tomorrow on them.
they're
Like
killing them.
but the Celtics ain't technically played terrible. They shot 50% from the field. Like they
Yeah,
didn't play
the biggest thing is gonna be
terrible.
the fact that you allowed them plus 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
You lost by 1. You potentially gave them, and you when you have all these advantages, 24-point advantage plus another what 15-point advantage, and then you give them 10 plus rebounds and all of these extra fast break points. That's how they get it. They shot almost 100 shots yesterday, whereas the Celtics only shot 75. So they took 20 more shots. I mean, more than 20 more shots than the Celtics did. So
They
that
was
was the
getting
difference in the
putbacks.
game. All them extra possessions.
Yeah, they was getting putbacks.
So
So,
the Celtics got to do better than that.
but for all of that, when you hear that on paper, you would think that that team that got all them offensive rebounds, got all 20 something plus shots, you would think they would have won by a landslide. So for them to only win by 1 point, like I say, it's just the intensity of these games.
That because they lost they lost, like I say, the free throws, the 3-pointers. But let's get into this Warriors versus Mavs. So we had that game. We talked about, you know what I'm saying, how that's gonna be. Of course, you picked the Mavs, I picked the Warriors. What after watching that game, what are some concerns specific to the game that you had?
Luka leadership.
Mm-hmm. Speak
Luka
on it.
gotta. I'm just watching this boy. I like that guy. Anyway, Luka's leadership. He gotta know. You gotta know when to hold him and gotta know when to fold him. You gotta know when to give it up. You gotta know when to draw the defense and give it to your guys, Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving. Those are your 2 guys that you're supposed to be giving the ball to help create and get better shots. Last game, his last shot in the game to win or go ahead buckets are the most terrible shots of any 5-time first team All NBA type player. Like he likes to throw up the most stupidest, so far back 3-pointers, and you're not that type of scorer. Like that's not you. That's not even your game. Like you take these ridiculously long 3-point, just hoisting them up, ain't looking to pass the ball. Like you got to have better leadership than that. Like they give you the green light to make it happen. And I know you're that guy. You're that guy to make the play. You don't have to necessarily make the shot, make the play. You're like a 29, 8-8. That's almost, type of player. You need to know pass the ball.
Yeah.
Pass the ball. Don't settle for these ridiculously shooting us out the game, ridiculously dumb, long 3-pointers. And you're not that type of 3-point shooter. Like, bro, some of the stuff just awes me. The fact that you throw it up so stupidly and then complain to the refs. Like, come on now. So that'll be my biggest takeaway. I'm actually surprised how well we did in the game. Y'all pulled away, we came back. Y'all pulled away, we came back. And then we took the lead and we just can't finish. Like I was talking to you about it earlier. My team sucks at finishing games. That's why we got all these losses by 3 points or less with these teams. And I feel as though it's because of Luka not making the right plays. at these times. So
Okay.
that's frustrating.
So any light in that game yesterday? I mean, you said you liked the fact that y'all fought.
I like the fact we know, like, granted, Klay Thompson knows that court like the back of his hand because that's his home court. He's not even playing away. He knows that court, he knows that rim. But it just goes to show, like, bro, you can shoot the ball, hit the ball, shoot with confidence. You shot with confidence in the Caesar opener, then you just mellowed all the way through. And then you come back to this game knowing you got to play big, knowing you got to play hard, and you shot the ball and you hit it, shooting with confidence. The mug goes in when you shoot with confidence. Like, we know you can shoot the ball and make the shots. He had like 6 threes last night, something like that. Like, bro, shoot. We know you're going to take a lot of shots. Make them. If you're going to shoot 15 to 17 times, hit them. Hit 7, 8, 9 of them shots. I can live with that. Like, play with confidence. I feel like yesterday was the first time he played with confidence since opening day. And we can't have that. Like, Klay, we paying you $50 million to play ball. Like, play ball. Shoot the ball. Do what you're good at. And shoot. So, knowing that he can shoot the ball when he wants to and score it, that's what I need.
So I say I like that game. You know, we talked throughout that game. I told you I wasn't really pressed. I applaud you all for your effort. Luka was playing basketball for a lot of times throughout the game where he would take him down. He found his favorite spot and was able to take that unorthodox the shot fade into the baseline, draw some fouls while he was doing it, bully Wiggins, stuff like that. Kyrie Irving was able to be a shifty playmaker, a high IQ baller, and it kept y'all in the game. It kept y'all in the game a lot. You see y'all 18 for 24 from the free throw line. We were 16 for 27. So we shot under 60% from the free throw line. That's not typical of the Warriors shooting under 60% from the free throw. We left a lot of points at the free throw line.
He missed his first free throw last night.
Who?
Steph.
Oh, the season?
Yep. I thought he might tie or beat some records coming up, but he finally missed one.
And then you got we shot under 40% from the 3-point line. You got to think we've been whooping ass all season. Thus far we've been shooting 40 right at 40%, if not better, from the 3-point line. We shot about 34% from the 3-point line last night. We got into a lot of not playing basketball, sitting around, let Steph do what he does, and eventually we got to it. We were able to make big plays. Klay Thompson is FKT all season, but I took that off for the night and paid my tributes to Klay Thompson. And you could tell when you go back and look through the reel of the highlights how it was the Splash Brothers, and I know what the last seasons were like, and it weren't the Splash Brothers. So it only made sense. He felt disrespected. We'll get into that another time. But more so, you saw our strength in numbers. Anthony Melton made big plays. Kuminga looked a little bit more polished. Kevon Looney got us right on them boards, and when we need big shots, Buddy Hield came through. Steph Curry dropped to 37 with 9 assists and 6 rebounds, and he made big plays, big steals, big blocks, from the first block on Klay Thompson to the steal on Luka that pretty much sealed the game. Then Big Draymond had his 2 blocks with 3 steals, doing big things. 2 for 4 from the 3-point. He's shooting over 40%, shooting about 45% from the 3-pointer this year. So I really like what I saw and what we did. It was a closer game than I thought, but I was resting comfortably.
Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confessions. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak